Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So today we are dealing with scene number 5, as we already dealt with scene number 1 and scene number 3. Then and today we are jumping into scene number 5, which is a completion of scene number 3. So as we saw in scene number 1, how Dr. Faustus learned how to conjure the spirits. Then in scene number 3, he conjured the spirit, and Mephistopheles appeared to him, and he discussed many things with Mephistopheles. So Mephistopheles at the end of the scene told Dr. Faustus that it is not in his hand to be in the surface or under the surface of Dr. Faustus. Now in this scene 5, which is a very important scene in this play. So in this scene, Dr. Faustus appeared alone. This is also a soliloquy or a monologue, as we said. That soliloquy or monologue when one character, like here Dr. Faustus, he is alone on the stage, and he is in his room, and he will speak his thought aloud. Now Dr. Faustus is here in this study room, and he is speaking to the audience his thought and what he is thinking. Now Dr. Faustus is already a very resolute and very committed to study magic, and he find his infancy, he find his dream and desire in the work of magic, and he refuted all the fields of knowledge, and now he is looking for the help of the devils of Beelzebub and Mephistopheles and who other else. But at the same time here, it started, as we already saw in scene number 3, here Christopher Marlowe started the idea of the conflict, or using the conflict, and especially here the internal conflict, the struggle inside Dr. Faustus between good and between bad. So now Dr. Faustus is just like imagining there is a sound coming to his ears, and this sound, sometimes it is inside Dr. Faustus, and sometimes the writer here, he used the technique of the good and the evil angels. So here Dr. Faustus was very resolute, and he heard a sound. It is the struggle of his goodness and badness inside Dr. Faustus. So there is a sound telling him to observe this magic and to come back to the way, or to the right way. It is the way of God. But here Dr. Faustus, he was so resolute, he was so committed to build. It's just like here when Dr. Faustus used these lines, these two lines, here he makes similarities between Christianity and what Dr. Faustus will do for the devil. So Dr. Faustus will build a church or an altar for the devil, and he will also do a lukewarm blood of newborn babies. It's just like what happened in the Christianity when there's a newborn babies, they took the babies into the church, and then they put him in the water. Okay, so the same thing will do, or will Dr. Faustus do for the devil. So he will also tempt the people, and he will instigate the people and encourage the people toward the way of the devil. This is the the internal conflict inside Dr. Faustus, and then the, here Christopher Marlowe used the way of bringing the good angel and the evil angel, and here the good angel is just like the same routine or the same thing he is doing many times. So here, when Dr. Faust is sometimes hesitant, so here the good angel will come to Dr. Faust and he will advise Dr. Faust to leave this magic or to leave the diamond magic and to continue with the work of God, with the way of God, which is related with prayer and prayer for God and going to the church and the other things related with Christianity. While the evil angel is just like he is tempting, he is encouraging the Faustus to continue with magic, and here he is just encouraging him to that the work of praying and going to the church is just like a kind of an illusion, okay, and there is no any fruit of doing that. It's just kind of madness or something uh, not worthy in this earth, okay. But here the the good angel also come back again to the Pharisees. So always there's a conversation. One is tempting and the other also encouraging. But here at the end they exit and they left, or they exit and they left Dr. Faustus alone, and Dr. Faustus is now thinking of wealth, okay, of honor, of the things in this life that Dr. Faustus already imagined or already has an fancy of. Now Dr. Faustus is calling upon Mephistopheles to come back again and to bring him the news and what happened with Lucifer, because in scene number 3 Mephistopheles went out and he told Dr. Faustus to wait till he brings the news from Lucifer. Now Mephistopheles is coming in the scene, as we already saw that Mephistopheles is an important character in this play. He is the devil. He is the messenger between Lucifer and Dr. Faustus, and also he will be the servant of Dr. Faustus in this play. Okay, now Mephistopheles come to the scene. He told Dr. Faustus that that Dr. Faustus will be a magician and they will uh, take his soul at the end of 24 years, and that Lucifer agreed to the conditions that Dr. Faustus already draw or already gave in scene number 3. Okay. Now here in this scene, it represented the climax of this play. The climax, it means the highest point, where after this scene the action will move from the rising action where we saw in scene number 3 into the falling action into the end of Dr. Faustus. So it is a very important. It represented the signing of the deed of gift. So here Mephistopheles and Lucifer, they want to write a deed of gift, a kind of a bond or contract between Dr. Faustus and the devil, and this contract should be written by the blood of Dr. Faustus. Okay, and now Dr. Faustus already uh, conjured the spirits, and he was very resolute and very happy to be a magician. And now Dr. Faustus will submit his uh, his soul without any hesitation for the devil. Now, the, here Mephistopheles is telling him that you should stop your hand and you should rise by your own blood the deed of gift or the contract between you and between Lucifer, uh, his lord, the lord of Mephistopheles. And now Dr. Faustus starts stabbing his arm. He stabbed his arm, okay, and he was very assured of signing the bond, and he is very happy to sign the deed of gift with Mephistopheles. But at the same time, there is no blood going out of his hand. And here it is just like a kind of what we say a sign of the rejection of this kind of action by Dr. Faustus. So his blood is what is congealed, okay, it stopped flowing from his arm. So there is no blood going away his from his hand. And now Mephistopheles went out to bring something to dissolve this blood. He will bring cool for Dr. Faustus. And now Faustus, okay, looked for, uh, can you, please, can you switch your microphone off? Bakr Abbas, can you switch your microphone off? Bakr Abbas. So now, after stabbing his hand and there is no blood, okay, going away, so now Dr. Faustus is contemplating and thinking again, and he is looking at his hand, and there is two signs for unsigning this deed of gift. The first one, it is the blood. Okay, he looked at his hand and there is no blood. The blood is his blood is congealed, and he started thinking, what happened? Okay, maybe even my blood doesn't want, okay, to sign this bond. And here Mephistopheles come to the scene again with a cools or a chafer of cools, and Dr. Faustus put the cools on his arm, okay, and there is the blood start, okay, flowing away, and he start writing. Okay, now here it comes, the word aside. Aside is a technique that used by the writer. It is totally different or on the opposite of monologue, or the opposite of soliloquy. Soliloquy, as we said, that one character stand alone on the stage and he is talking to the audience, while the aside, it is when there is two character or three character on the stage, but there is one character who is talking to the audience, not to the other characters. So there is one character in front of the audience, and he is talking to the audience, not to the other characters. And here's Mephistopheles, he is talking to the audience, okay, and he's telling the audience, okay, I will do whatever is required to gain the soul of this person of Dr. Faustus. Now Dr. Faustus, okay, looked for his hand, and there's a kind of inscription. There's a curved letter on his arm. Okay, so what happened? And he finds a Latin word. It's called homofuge. Okay, and now Dr. Faustus. This is the first sign, as we said. There is no blood flowing, and the second sign there's a homofuge, which means you, Dr. Faustus, you should fly. Okay, so now Dr. Faustus start asking where I should fly. Okay, where I should fly. I fly to God, the God who I already curse, the God who already abjured, the God who already, okay, left. Now I already signed the bond, the contract uh with the devil. So where I should fly. So these are two signs of the rejection of the body and the soul of Dr. Faustus to submit his blood and his flesh and his soul to the devil. Okay, now at this point of view where Dr. Faustus now is a hesitant, not at the beginning or at scene number 3 where Dr. Faustus is resilient and Dr. Faustus is committed to sign the bond, but now Dr. Faustus is hesitant and he start thinking what he already did and what he already signed of his blood. Now Mephistopheles is in a side is telling the audience, okay, now I will find some kind of entertainment for this person. So he went away and he started bringing lots of devils. Lots of devils. Can you switch the microphone off, please? So he brought lots of devils for the scene, and those devils they bring a kind of uh, so I have to remove you. Sorry, who is talking? I have to remove you. Okay. So here they brought, just like in a kind of a ceremony for Dr. Faustus, they brought crowns, they brought apparels, rich apparels to Faustus, and they start dancing around Dr. Faustus, and they placed the crown on Dr. Faustus as a king, and they went away. Now Dr. Faustus is asking, he will start a kind of conversation with Mephistopheles. Okay, so now he is asking what happened in here, was this kind of a show or a kind of a ceremony approach, and Mephistopheles is saying it is not a big thing, but it's only a kind of a delight and a kind of entertainment for you. Okay, so after becoming uh, the magician, or you sign the bond with us. Okay, but now Faustus is saying, okay, look, Mephistopheles, if I already signed the bond, and I am already very resolute and committed for this action, and if I have 1,000 souls, I will all of them I'll give it for Lucifer, okay, the Lord of the hell, okay, not only one. And now Mephistopheles is just like moving from, or taking the soul of Dr. Faustus away from Christianity and away of uh, the religious things. Now Mephistopheles is swearing. He swears, but he swears with whom? He swears with hell and Lucifer. And now here Faustus is reading. He is reading the bond or the conditions. So there is a kind of an items. Here we find a very uh, nice and legal uh, language. So Dr. Faustus, first, these are the items of or the articles of the legal deed of gift. So Faustus can be a spirit in form and substance, and Mephistopheles should be his servant and at his command, and Mephistopheles should do for whatever he wants and bring whatever he wants and he desires, and that Dr. Faustus be in his chamber or in his house or wherever can be invisible, and that Dr. Faustus John Faustus at all the time, and after the 24 years he will give his soul, his body, his flesh, his blood, and his good into the devils. They will take the devils and they will take his soul and his blood to the habitation where it was. So here it means into hell. Now this is the conditions, and these are the conditions, and this is the deed of gift, which is written by Dr. Faustus by his own blood and signed by him. Okay. Now Dr. Faustus is, as I already said, he became here a magician, and he already signed the bond with or the deed of gift as it's called uh, with Mephistopheles and Lucifer. Yes, so till here I will stop here. Okay, and I will continue this scene in the next lecture. So I have to stop the recording.